What up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Um, so I've already streamed once today, but now I want to go deeper into energy exercises. So that's the primary reason for this live stream is we're going to go over several different energy exercises which you can use to master your life force. So you can program your subconscious mind, so you can reprogram your DNA, so you can understand your astral awareness, your astral body, and that's the basis of what I want to cover. As I go over these certain practices and then things like that, feel free. You can join in on it. Let me know your input on it. If you've never practiced any type of qigong, qigong is an intuitive thing. The beginning processes in which we are practicing when we're learning the master energy. You're learning the body mechanics, you're learning the terminology, you're learning energy sensitivity, and you're learning how to wake your spirit senses up. You're learning how to be aware of the different levels of energy. Now, there's tens of thousands of different types of qigong, and all of them are not created equal. There's qigong for longevity, there's qigong for general health, there's qigong for internal arts, there's qigong for all these different things. But the type of qigong that I teach is more so for self mastery and for spiritual growth. So we're going to go into several practices on how to work with the energy, how to be sensitive to your vital energy. Let me know if you guys can hear me because wind is picking up. All the air element wants to be a part of this. So let me know if the wind is like a problem because I don't know what you guys are hearing exactly. But if you guys are down with this, if you guys would like to practice some of the energy exercises with me, feel free to tap the screen. Let me know, comment. If this is your first time with me, I welcome you. But these practices are life changing. The moment you start doing the beginner practices, your spirit senses come online. Your spirit senses wake up. Your intuition goes on overdrive, and it gets really, really, interesting from there. And then from there, we take our energy awareness and we use that awareness to conduct larger quantities and of energy and changing the quality of the energy, and we're using it to reprogram our DNA and to become sensitive to um, the vibrational scale. So if you guys want to do some of the energy exercises with me, feel free to tap the screen. Um, let me know that you guys are with me. Once again, if this is your first time here, let me know in the comments. If anybody has any questions whatsoever, feel free, ask questions, because when we do the actual exercises, we're going to start sitting down and then we're going to go into standing up so we can build power with the energy that we're working with. Now, this isn't if you've ever looked up different qigong practices and stuff online or on YouTube, the majority of what you see on YouTube and people giving instruction on qigong is more so the vital level of qigong when people are training their vital life force. So it's more so like the body mechanics and training on that level. That's the entryway into higher levels of metaphysics and internal arts, is being sensitive to your jinn or vital energy. So that's the first thing we're going to work with. And then from there, we're going to work on developing the mind's relationship to the energy. And then we'll stand up and work on building power and how to use that power and conduct that power through your physical form, and how it affects your mind and how you use it as a vehicle to strengthen your mind and strengthen your mind's flexibility and your mind's ability to, tune into different things. It becomes a type of spiritual mental strength. So if you guys are interested in this, by all means, let me know. If you do not know who I am, once again, my name is RJ, and I thank everybody for joining me. For everybody who's in here who's been with me for a while, by all means, I'm always open to any questions or anything. For those of you that would like to try the energy exercises with me, by all means, let me know in the comments. I don't know. Y'all kind of leaving me desolate out here. What up, Jade? I see you in here. Hey, I was looking up the Seven Rays thing, right? I'm going to check out that book that you suggested, but there's so much different content on this, on the concept of like seven rays, and you know they I came across a lot of stuff from the Theosophical Society. I don't know how much you looked into theosophy, but it's like Blavatsky, J. Krishnamurti, Annie Besant, C.W. Leadbeater. These are like some of the the leading names in the Theosophical movement and the New Thought movement, and like the you know this goes to the rays of affect the vital, astral, and mental bodies too. Yeah, it's primarily a theosophical teaching, and the more you go into it, the more you'll see the relationship between hermetics and theosophy. Essentially, they're hermeticists, and they may not have all the practices and stuff that we do, but they have a very clear understanding of this realm and all the higher realms and everything else too. So very, very interesting. What's also very interesting are the people who make up the Theosophical Society, because they're all like old. Like, I don't think I've ever seen like somebody under the age of like 40 that's part of the Theosophical Society. So that's really interesting. But I think it just comes with a type of maturity in order for you to kind of want to seek to learn those higher, spiritual concepts and understanding. I'll check it out. Thank you. Her book was written in 1930, so it's full of knowledge. Yeah. And what's funny is, and this is for everybody that's in here, I shared some of my most influential book recommendations earlier. And for all the literature that's been written over the past, you know, few centuries, the books that have made the deepest change in my life and my perception and my spiritual growth have all been written over 100 years ago, like literally. And I've read, some of the newer ones. I used to go to Barnes and Noble literally every day. I had a whole library of metaphysical, magical, alchemical books and everything else. But the ones that made the biggest impact on my personal journey were all ones that are literally 100 years old or more. Um, because back then, like, um it's weird because we're kind of trained to kind of think about magic and alchemy and subconscious mind as if these are like new studies and things like that, but no, this is like a really widespread topic and understanding. In the past 100 years ago, like theosophy was a really big thing. Study the Theosophical Society. Like, it's so big that literally 80% of the people that they write in history books were influenced by the Theosophical Society. India's religious system was influenced by the Theosophical Society. None of the people in Theosophy were Indian. Mahatma Gandhi, Annie Besant wrote a book called Thought Forms, and she, trained, all types of psychic abilities and stuff like that, and documented it, and really, really, deep level of understanding of spiritual knowledge and practices. She is literally the one that named Gandhi Mahatma. She's the one that gave it to him. So I just want to let y'all know that. J. Krishnamurti, they're the ones that taught him. They use him to, to get a foot into, the Indian government and to influence the religious aspects of India. And like I said, this is pretty deep. They was working with presidents and the governments, not just in India, in the U.S. too. And this is why I always laugh and kind of joke about understanding like the path of the Hermeticists and understanding how deep it is once you start to have that level of spiritual knowledge and understanding and groundedness, because your influence becomes infinite. You begin to influence this realm in ways that people who aren't Hermeticists just may not understand, especially if you're truly dedicated to it and you're in the path of service. Like I said, these are people who wrote books, who are out there, sharing the knowledge, such as I do here, right? And like I said, they influenced a lot of what we perceive and what we've learned, and a lot of the information that we come across, especially when it comes to metaphysics and science and just humanity as a whole. So check them out. It's a Theosophical Society. When Jay, when you came up with the seven rays thing, um, like I said, the Theosophical societies, they're all dying. There's very few members of Theosophical societies that's carrying the knowledge and pushing it as like a lodge or as a actual like group thing. So it's important for us to take that knowledge and to be able to carry it in some way, some form, without all the negative connotations and stuff too. Because just because people have a very high level of spiritual knowledge and understanding does not mean that they're all good people, because they were doing some crazy stuff too. Like I said, they literally like used Jay Krishnamurti, as the Indian frontman, to push their spiritual agenda, and they influence, literally um, Indian religion to a degree in which I don't think Indians have influenced. And I say this with all seriousness. Research them, research Annie Besant, research the Theosophical Society, research Blavatsky, C.W. Leadbeater. I actually had the opportunity this last solar eclipse. We went to the Theosophical Society here in Ojai, and that's where J. Krishnamurti lived. It's a couple hours away from where I live right now, and during the solar eclipse, we actually went there to his space. Ojai is another really powerful sacred space that was taken over by the people, but it's super duper powerful. It's like California Sedona, but not as colorful, but super duper powerful, vortexes and stuff everywhere. Um, and super duper crazy. What up, Augusta? How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you guys doing after our new moon session last night? I know for me, it's been pretty interesting. All this subconscious synchronization has been absolutely amazing. Been really, really beautiful. Um, One of the things that I'm going to do is, once again, we're going to do these energy exercises. So if you guys want to do this with me, it says I'm taking notes. If you guys want to do the energy exercises with me, by all means, tap the screen. Let's see if we can get up to, we're going to say 15,000. And that's a very low aim, because normally we'll get up to 15,000 just like, just BSing. But if we get up to 15K, we'll do the energy exercises. And we're going to go beyond building the ball. We're going to go into the practice and theory of the other practices, because the other practices are just as important. The building the ball exercise, which I teach, and for those of you who are new here, check out check out my bio. And there's a pin video with me showing how to tune into your vital energy, how to feel it, how to allow that energy to guide you. But that's just baby steps into higher metaphysical understanding and using that energy in really, really deep, profound ways. If you want to change your reality, if you want to develop your psychic abilities, if you want to build build a deeper connection to your environment, to yourself, to God, to whatever it is. This is one of the gateways to doing it. It's been amazing. So inspired. I'm so glad my bubble was activated. This Gemini energy has people wild. Listen, the past couple days been wild for me too. Like seriously, the like for me, I'm not going to say it's been wild, but it's been real like low key. And when things become real low key and calm for me, that means other people are probably going through some stuff. Usually everything is all rainbows and sunshine and magical and everything else. For me, it's been this like this chilling out type of don't go anywhere, don't spend any money, don't everything, just stay, and integrate. And like I said, whenever I'm in that type of space or whatever, it's usually people around me that's in chaos. So how everybody else that's not practicing hermetics or anything like that, how has the universe been treating you guys? Um, Once again, for those of you that's in here, we're going to do these energy exercises. I promise you, if you do them with us, it will be life changing. So tap the screen. If this is your first time with me, drop it in the comments. Let me know. I'm also here to answer any questions that you may have about anything metaphysical, anything related to ascension, to psychic development, to understanding, the spiritual hierarchy, and it gets pretty deep. Anything you may want to alchemize and change your relationship to, because that's what I'm here for, and that's what I teach. This is what I share. This is what has been the primary focus um, of my experience over the last few years, and I've been doing this as a path of service and to also grow and evolve in my own personal experience. So, for everybody, I strongly suggest, if you want to get the most benefit out of your experience, I suggest that you do it for the sake of other people. And I promise you, the amount of information that you learn, the amount of skill, the way that you perceive and evolve relative to the things that you're doing for the sake of other people, will grow far beyond what it would ever grow if you were doing it just for yourself. And that's a universal law, because you don't need a lot in your own personal path to grow and evolve and to fulfill your life's purpose. But if you make your life's purpose for the benefit of all, and literally, your mind becomes infinite. It becomes connected to all those people who you're doing what you're doing for. Super duper powerful. So I just suggest for everybody, whatever it is that you want out of life, and if you want to be the greatest at it, don't do it just for you. Do it for for the collective. Do it for your family. Do it for something greater than yourself. You know. What's the difference between white and black magic? Racism. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. So the difference between, it's so funny that you bring that up, because completely synchronistic, because exactly what I was just saying, right? So magic, everything is magic, right? Black magic is when people are doing, magical things for the sake and benefit of themselves, not for the greater good of others. It's what black magic is, when it's all just for the self. Even like cursing people and stuff like that is not black magic. But then again, that's for the self too. But by definition, it doesn't have to be black magic. But black magic is usually when it's all self-contained and you're doing things just for your ego, and those things never turn out, good, in a sense. People do all types of stuff. People work with demons and all types of weird things like that, and sell their soul and make deals with all types of astral beings and stuff that aren't even real, and it always backfires. You can look at any celebrity that has made a song, "I sold my soul to the devil," this is that, ha ha ha, especially the rappers and stuff out there. That's not something that people joke about, and especially the ones that are really good rappers, because they understand the word, they understand lyrics, they understand what they're writing, they understand linguistics, they understand the spiritual aspects of it. So if you ever heard any highly talented person in the media say, "I sold my soul to the devil and I never get it back," you better believe that there's some truth in that. And then look at their story, how it ended. And I promise you that it never ends well. But it's all types of weird magical stuff that goes on, especially in Hollywood. I'm right outside LA, so it's all types of interesting things, and then black magic, dark stuff going on. But whatever. White magic, however, on the other hand, is alchemy. Alchemy in itself is white magic, and they are completely synonymous. Alchemy is the ability to transform energy from one state into another. So you're raising the frequency of energy and being able to work with it in that way. And that's what white magic is, usually done for the benefit of others. And the most amazing thing about this is that's the highest path in every way possible. You get the highest outcomes, you get the highest benefit, you get the highest self evolution out of it, and the most amount of money if that's where you want to go. And I say that jokingly or whatever because people do, it's people that literally do black magic to make all types of money and stuff like that, and then they end up like dying some horrible death before they can even really enjoy it, and then all types of weird stuff like that. That's a thing, you know. Just using white magic, there's levels to it. Primarily it's in your path of service, and when it comes to your path of service, how you're of service to the people and you're going to alchemize and transform energy and raise the collective is going to dictate the spiritual progress when it comes to your own maturity, your own finances, your own astral awareness, and literally your ability um, to raise up the vibrational scale. You don't do it. And that's the thing. Like literally, you can hit some really high states sometimes, and in many different ways. But your own spiritual maturity and your connections with your divinity, your environment, it's not just you. Everything is living conscious energy. So don't think that just entering nirvana is like something that if you're a horrible person you can just do, or if you haven't done the work that you can just do, because it's not that. And your relationship to your environment, to your divinity, to the people around you, and being of service and stuff like that. That's what allows you to be enlightened. A big part of us being here in this physical realm is developing ourselves so we can learn how to dwell in the higher realms and to get out of these astral traps in which a lot of people are trapped within, because that's what keeps you in reincarnation and in the cycle of samsara is all the astral stuff. And I say this just so people can get a deeper understanding of what the astral is, because most people have no clue whatsoever what the astral is, because they hear astral projection and this and that, and the astral is, if we want to break down the vibrational scale, the astral, the way I usually share it is it is your emotional energy. It's the sea of chi. Astral energy contains your belief structures, your attachments, your aversions, your delusions. Everything that has a physical form has an astral form. In order for it to make it to the physical, it has to be astral first. It's the layer of energy that's right outside of the physical. It's physical, vital, astral, mental, akasha, and then light. And there's this balance between light and akasha. Um, Everything that's astral is not real, essentially. And I shared this earlier. We had a long talk about it earlier. A lot of people get all their psychic, all your psychic skills are astral things, but they're bridges into the higher realms. But most people, because they're on spiritual maturity, they're locked in the astral. And all the psychic and intuitive insights that they get are all, astral insights, and that could be good or bad within the astral probability. But once again, everything that's astral is subjective. It's not real. So if you have not cleaned up your lifestyle, if you don't have good habits, if you're not in resonance with the truth, all the things that you pick up in the astral, even intuitively or psychically, it is going to be a match to whatever your astral body is. So if you lie a lot, your intuition is going to be filled with lies. Your physical experience is going to be filled with people lying, because that's what you resonate with. So, looking at this is very, very important. We can talk about this in a million different ways, even in the idea that, your whole reality, your world is a reflection of you, not the world that you live in. And that's a literal thing. That is a literal thing. So, you can only perceive reality to your level of attunement, you know. It says, what number of likes do you want to get to? 15,000 likes, and we will do these energy exercises. The sun is going down too, but I think it's going to stay light for a while. The sun is like finally setting on that sunny California. So if we can get up to, we'll do 12,000 likes, and we'll do this. We'll do these. Yeah, we'll say 15 because there's a bunch of y'all in here. Y'all can tap, 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 tap. We'll do these energy exercises, and we're going to do ones to build power, and we might even do our protective sphere too if we have enough time. But once again, like I said, these energy exercises are very high value, very, very high value. It's ways to reprogram your DNA, to develop power, to develop psychic awareness, to expand your mind, and it gets pretty deep. And if y'all got any more questions, let me know as we're going up. And dang, y'all not playing. um, so so the goal in ascension and psychic development, in the way that I teach it anyway, is to align to your highest light body, your highest level of awareness, which is a non-dual state, and then transcending and going beyond that. Do not overly identify with your own astral ego, because it's a trap. It's a trap. Everything that is astral, that feels good, that's blissful, that's dualistic, everything that's sticky and emotional, it's all a trap. It's literally all a trap. What up, Simply Sarah? How you doing? Oh, thank you. Thank you for the gift. I don't get a lot of gifts, but so I appreciate that. It'd be nice if I got some more gifts. Where are we at? Okay, so the sun is going down, and I think I'm just going to get into the energy exercises. If y'all can make it up like super quick, it's going up faster. um, but we'll do this. I'll spend at least a good 10-15 minutes on doing these energy exercises together. And once again, just practicing these on your own. I promise you, you will see like a huge change and shift in your perceptions, in your development, in your mind. It's very, very powerful. It says, you made this video where you asked people to imagine their fingers growing and put their hand. Yes, I did. Where'd you see it at? That was a long time ago. It gets even deeper, and that's just like it. Those types of exercises are to get people to, kind of be aware of their subtle energy, but it gets a lot deeper than that. Like I said, like we're going into the levels of literally reprogramming our DNA, of alchemizing our soul, our astral body, so we can reprogram our personality traits, the things that we resonate with. So literally, life becomes easy and magical, and we can see the higher levels of life and experience. And so we can raise up into or and align literally to our highest level of awareness, and then transcend that too. And that's what all these energy exercises are for. But they benefit you in many, many, many different ways. So yeah. So if you stick along for the ride, stay tuned. um, where are we at? Oh, 13. Okay. We're almost there. This is my man I've been following a long time. Had 3 jobs, 2 relationships, and lived in 3 places. Oh, day. That's what's up. And everything come full circle. You know, for if you've been following me for a while, I don't know if you've been this is probably the first time seeing me in a while. I teach a course in self mastery and in hermetic alchemy, and how to train your subconscious mind, and how to train your intuition, because it's the most liberating thing you could possibly learn. And I mean that, is how do you ground your awareness in your highest level of awareness, so that's what dominates your experience, not the physical body, not your environment, not anybody external to you, or any emotional things. The highest part of you, your God self, or the super conscious mind, as some people call it. That's what we're working towards. And I have a complete course on how to get there and how to do it. Um, if you're interested, what up, Forrest? Fairy Oracle. Listen, I do readings on stuff every now and then. Check out Forrest Fairy Oracle. Her readings are amazing. Really, really cool. I'm gonna have to hit her up for one too. Take a step back. I don't like too damn much. Choosing to live in ignorance now. Dang. Well, you should consider joining the course, because there's rules to it. There's ways to align yourself subconsciously, so everything is always working for you instead of working against you, because it's very easy to unlock different things. And when your level of awareness grows, if you don't know how to protect yourself, if you don't know how to alchemize certain things and build those habits, then you can create some suffering within your experience. So I meditate so much I can feel my man. Yeah, and that happens, but you don't need to be that sensitive. But okay, we're at 15, so we'll do this. We'll do the exercise, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to stand up and do it because I don't want to stand up like halfway through. But you can change your sensitivity to what you're aware of. So the things that you're sensitive to spiritually will be things that's good for your learning and development, and not just open to everything that's in your environment and other people's stuff. You know, as I didn't know digestion was painful all day. Yeah, yeah. So this might help you a lot. So I'm going to get up and turn my camera around, and we're going to do this. You guys can sit down and do this because it's easier to feel your energy as you're sitting. But then you can stand up once you're able to do it. If you've been following me for a while and you can just tune into vital energy, you can stand up and do it too. But everybody else do it from a sitting down position. So let me get up and then turn my camera around. Oh, boom. All right. All right. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to see you guys. So let me know if you can hear me. I can see you guys just fine. 15 years. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with the building the ball exercise, everybody. So we're going to start from the very beginning. So once you're able to feel your energy, keep it in your mind. Keep your mind focused in it. Identify, I am this energy. Do not let that feeling and awareness escape your sensitivity, because it's very, very important that you can ground your awareness on that frequency so you can bring it back up to the surface. Okay. So we're going to start from the very, very beginning. So for everybody, what I want you to do is stretch your fingers just like this. Open every single joint in your entire hand. You can do it gently. You don't have to strain your muscles. You don't want to strain and tense your muscles up at all, because any tension is going to stop the energy from flowing freely. So what I want you to do is just gently start to open every single joint in your hand. Just keep stretching, 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 stretching. Just nice and slowly, and they're just going to keep stretching. They literally will not stop. As incremental as the stretches will be, they'll just keep stretching. So keep stretching, stretching, stretching. And what I want you to do now is slowly relax your muscles, very, very, very slowly. And as you do that, you'll become sensitive to your fascia. It feels like elasticity. It feels like a rubber band. That right there, that's what we're using to conduct energy throughout our entire body. Your fascia web runs from your head to your toes. All the energy and information of your body is sent through your fascia. So that's what we're using to conduct energy. And if you want to develop a high level of power, whether it's physical or spiritual, you train your fascia. So that's what we're working with when we're building this energy up. So what I want you to do is take that sensitivity that you just gained, right? His mind is cracking. Okay. Read the comment. All right. So that sensitivity, what I want you to do is we're going to pull our joints open on the in breath. We're going to push our joints open on the out breath, and you're going to focus your intention as if you're breathing into your hands, through your pores. Your skin acts as a set of lungs. When we breathe in, we're not just breathing in oxygen, we're breathing in life force through every single pore in our body. And just by paying attention to where you're breathing that energy in, it's going to have an amplified effect. So we're going to concentrate on the hands. On the in breath, gently pull your joints open. On the out breath, push your joints open. On the in breath, focus your intention. Breathe in, draw energy in through the pores. On the out breath, breathe out. And when you're pulling your joints open, you're gently pulling like that, and then you just switch the muscles and gently push like that. So pull, breathe in, push them open, breathe out. So we're going to do this on the in breath. Draw the energy in into your hands. If you've been doing this for a while, draw the energy in through your whole body. And on the out breath, push the joints open, and put all your attention, your willpower, and breath into the space in between your hands, okay? So on the in breath, breathe in. On the out breath, breathe out. Push the joints open gently, and all your attention, willpower, breath, and energy into the space in between the hands. Pull the joints open. Push the joints open. Gathering energy on the in breath. Focusing that energy into the ball on the out breath. Continue doing this. If you are able to stand up, you can tune your whole body, all the joints, pull open. On the in breath, on the out breath, you're building the ball. And this is how you can build power once you get the sensitivity of being able to do it standing up. And you tune your whole body, every single joint in your body. You draw the energy in, pull the joints open. On the out breath, push your joints open. And then from here, we're going to build this energy up, okay? So put your hands up just like this. Hold the stretch of the fingers. On the in breath, breathe in. On the out breath, we're going to condense between like 5 or 6 breaths. So breathe into the hands or into the whole body on the in breath. On the out breath, condense little by little. Breathe in. Condense. Breathe in through the pores. On the out breath, condense in between the hands. Breathe in through the pores again. On the out breath, condense. Remember, hold the stretch of your fascia, of your joints. So from right here, one more time, we're going to condense until your hands are about an inch or so apart. So breathe in into the pores. Last time, condense until your hands are about an inch apart. Hold the stretch. And you'll notice if you just gently stretch your joints, you'll get like a peak of energy. You don't want to overstretch it. Just stretch it a little bit. That energy will start to peak and just start making slow, small circles. Now, as you do this and you hold the stretch, it should feel like you're playing with magnets. It should feel like you're playing with 2 magnets, right? So from this stage, what I want you to do, if this is your first time being sensitive to this energy, just focus your mind on it. Pay attention to the magnetism. Allow your mind to become the magnetism. Even identify, I am this energy. I am this life force. Right? Because this is your bridge. This is your vehicle to power. Mental power, astral power, spiritual power, physical power. So just allow yourself to fully tune in, allow your mind to vibrationally match this energy that you're working with. Feel how your hands are tuned into it, how your fascia and your joints are tuned into the energy. So notice that if you keep the stretch of your joints right where they're at, you can feel like the density of the energy between your hands. So what I want you to do now is tune your whole body into what you feel. Tune your whole body, starting with your hands. Keep the stretch of the hands. Tune your wrists into that feeling. Tune your elbows. Work your way down your entire body. Tune your whole body into it. And then from there, like I said, identify I am this energy. And just sit in it. Just sit within it. You can do standing exercise. If you're sitting, just sit and have your whole body tuned into the energy. If you surrender to the energy and allow the energy to guide you, you'll find yourself doing, type of Tai Chi movements because that's how energy just flows. What Tai Chi is built upon. When they're moving real slow, they're moving through the astral fluids. But when we're doing this, and we're developing the fascia, we're developing the stretch, you're developing sensitivity to life force. This life force is all around us. And me, I'm in the park, so there's an abundance of it. So when I tune each joint into the life force that's around me, I can tune into the literal consciousness and energy of my environment. And I am one with my environment. I can tune my whole body into it. In the beginning stages, you just want to pay attention to it. So if you're sitting in your room, if you're just being sensitive to it, if you're still just making slow small circles, Just allow your mind to be grounded within this level of awareness of this life force that we're working with. This level of life force is called Jin, or vital energy. This is the layer of energy that's right outside of the physical, in which animates all life through all of creation. It is your vitality. It's literal vital life force. But this is our bridge into working with our higher light body. So we're going from physical body mechanics to build it, being sensitive and using the law of rhythm and the law of polarity to go from magnetic to electric, back to magnetic to electric, to build sensitivity to that energy. And we begin to work with that energy and be more and more aware of it, right? So from here, once you get the awareness, it's a lot of different things that you can work with. It says, what's yang? We'll get into that, right? So this is Jin. It's not yin. It's Jin, or vital life force. Okay, so we're working with it. From here, make it your meditation object, and then it's a couple things you want to do. One is you can work on throwing exercises. So once you get the sensitivity to the energy, you do the vital breathing, build the energy up. And when we're doing throwing exercises, one, you're developing the body, so you're removing all the tension from the body, and you're speeding up the Jin, you're speeding up your vitality and your life force. So the throwing exercises are very, very, very important, because everything that's a part of us, mentally, emotionally, right, it's held within our field of consciousness, even within our physical body. So the throwing exercises allows the movement of energy within your physical body to move a lot quicker and a lot more fluidly. So the throwing exercises are very, very, very high value. So when you get the feeling of the energy, when the throwing exercises, you can do, you vital breathe, you hold that energy off to one side. You can, I'm facing for it right now, but you turn, get that energy, feel the density of the energy, tune your whole body into it. And where you want to throw it is you take it and you throw it, and then extend and throw that energy way out. So when you do this, you'll feel it. You'll feel that energy literally get to start to toss out. Lots of interesting things begin to happen here. One, like I said, you're speeding up your life force. You're speeding up your vitality. You're also throwing out tension out of the physical body, and this is going to reflect through your everyday life. This is going to this release of tension and creating the internal environment in which energy can move freely and fluidly. Your entire life is going to change from this. I'm not kidding, right? Other side, same way. You build that energy up, and then you take it, and you're connecting the whole body. So you're planting your feet, and from here you're throwing and you're moving your body mass. So all the energy and your mass, you're literally throwing your mass out through your hands and out in the distance. And if you do it correctly, you'll get to a point in which your bones, your joints will start cracking, and it'll sound like a whip. And you keep practicing that for a while, and like for me, I can feel the energy literally going through my physical body. So you want to practice it. And that's one throwing exercise. When you're doing this, you want to practice. It's 6 different force vectors from working with the throwing exercises. So you throw out, you throw down, you throw right, you throw up, throw the side, right. You can throw back, forward. So you work on doing the throwing exercises. Says, is throwing exercise more beneficial with a partner? No, this is something that you do on your own. Is it possible to heal the body with this? Yes, most definitely. You're literally removing tension from your physical body and speeding up your vitality and life force. It's very, very powerful. It's very, very powerful. But to do it efficiently, once again, you have to get the feeling of your vitality and life force, right? And that's what you're working with. You're tuning into the body. If you build the ball, right, you're tuning into the ball external to you, but that ball of vitality and life force is connected through your entire system. It is your vitality, or like I'm in the park, I'm connected to the vitality and life force of my environment also. So you take it and you can even stay a second and start to radiate that life force outward as you throw it. So really, really high value. Um, so there's a partner one called rebounding. No, that's completely different. Like feeding somebody energy or tension, and then rebounding that energy is a completely different thing. This is something that's more of a solo exercise. Um, so practice this. Another throwing exercise that you can use is to build critical mass. So this one is different. So for everybody that's in the course and practicing hermetics, if you go out and you're practicing your qigong and you're building any type of specific energy, whether it be vital or astral, when you're doing the other throwing exercises, you charge that energy up. It really helps if you're doing some of the sigil magic too, and working with the consciousness of the trees and inviting them to charge up your sigils and stuff. So you build up the energy, and you can build a type of critical mass within your physical form, and shock that energy into the akasha of your lower dantian. So for this throwing exercise, you build the energy up, build the energy up, and instead of throwing it outward, you're going to do like a wave, as if you're like waving somebody away. But I'll show you. So you take the energy, like I got a lot of energy condensed right here. You take that energy and you wave it out. And when you wave it, instead of sending it out into the distance, you hit it with the wave, you'll feel that energy literally circle around a spiral, and it will land into your lower dantian. Like for me, I can feel, like right here, it's hot. I can feel from that energy, literally, it's like a shock wave that's just like a lightning bolt, and it goes and centers itself into your lower dantian. So if you want to build critical mass very, very quickly, and you're building any specific energy, this is how you do it. You take it, and like I said, it's like you're fanning somebody away, like you're swatting a fly. But you connect your whole body, you ground yourself, like I'm completely planted. My whole body, my fascia is connected, and from there you just and you hold it out. And like I said, I can feel all the energy going, spiraling around and centering itself into my lower dantian. Now, I apologize for those of you that's on the East Coast and you think you about to get some sleep. Don't do this if you try to go to sleep. You won't be able to go to sleep. But it's perfect if you're trying to, it's perfect if you're, especially if you're about to train, right? And it's all types of other things you can do for everybody. It's so funny because Dr. Earl's not in here. Uh, but another thing, if you're in any type of athletics or any physical exercise, you can literally take the energy from your environment and use it within your physical form. And this is very simple. So we've all done the exercise to gain awareness of our vital life force, right? So just put your hands out right in front of you, just like this. Just hold them there, just for a second, and then take, and then just bring that energy into your lower dantian. Just literally just soften it into your lower dantian. You'll feel it. You literally feel that energy. You want to take it, you want to massage it into your lower dantian, and you'll have extra energy. Once again, I apologize for anybody that's trying to go to sleep soon. um, so yeah, so I'm in New York outside for the new moon. Also, because these are excellent practices to start on the new moon, because we're developing, better habits. And like I said, when we're doing these exercises, these are spiritual practices. You have a wide range of benefits that comes with it, but your whole reality becomes a lot more magical, for lack of better terms. One, when you just do the building the ball exercise and you place your awareness external to your body, your spirit senses wake up. Your intuition goes on hyper drive because you're not bound by your physical sensory system. Your mind becomes, bigger than your physical body. So that's step one. When you start doing all the other exercises, you start to develop the ability to expand your consciousness and expand your mind. Like literally, so you guys can see this tree right here, right? You can literally tune into my vital energy. And for everybody that's at your house, if you tune into your vital energy, you can feel the energy. Literally, to get into your stance, it could be any just normal stance, and feel the energy in your hand and pick a point in the distance. Trees work very well because you're going to be exchanging that life force with the tree, and extend your energy out to the distance to a single point. And you're developing the ability to expand your literal mind through your identity of the energy, because your mind is adhering to the life force of the energy. It uses it as a vehicle for power, and it becomes the literal energy. So when you extend that energy, your mind also extends. So when we talk about expanded states of consciousness, it's a literal thing. We're developing the ability to expand our consciousness all the way to the point in which your mind becomes infinite. And this is a big part of what I teach in the course. And it changes you. You know, people who are depressed and people who are stuck to like PTSD and stuff like that, their mind becomes contracted. It becomes contracted to their physical sensory system, to their emotional body. Their mind is unable to expand outward and to be able to release all these energies that's clinging to it. Nirvana, literally seeing the essence and the light of your mind and expanding into infinite consciousness, is your ability to release all the astral things that's bound to the light of your mind. This is the beginning steps of being able to develop that. And it comes with a whole wide range of other benefits too. So, practicing that. Another exercise that you guys can practice as you're tuning into your vital life force. Looking at some of the comments, guys, the price is in full. Please stop the screen. Oh, thank you. It most definitely is. So another exercise is power stretches. So you tune your whole body into the energy that you feel. You do the building the ball first, breathe vitality in and out of all your pores. And power stretches is you stretch every single joint in your body all at once. Stretch, 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 stretch. I'm trying to make sure you guys can see me. Every single joint in your body, you stretch, 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 while keeping your mind on the feeling of life force, vital energy. And you hold this stretch. Just keep expanding the joints on that frequency. Just keep expanding, expanding, expanding. And you want to hold it for like 20 seconds or so. So you hold it, hold it, hold it. Every single joint in your body, expand, expand, expand. Hold that state of expansion. Begin to vital breathe again. Hold the joints open. Breathe that energy into all the joints. And on the out breath, you're going to condense the energy into your joints. So you're pushing the joints open, condensing, drawing energy in again, condensing on the out breath. And then you can do this in every way. So stick your hands out this way, stretch, 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 stretch. So you're going from an electric state of stretching your hands, stop, you vital breathe, and in between, you want to alternate between electric and magnetic. So at first I did the electric, joints opening. Now you're going to pull the joints open and do it. So I'm still stretching, but I'm pulling the joints open. Every single joint in my body, I'm pulling open and stretching the joints open. And I'm holding that stretch while paying attention to life force. My whole body is going completely magnetic. I don't have any muscle tension, but every single joint in my body is pulled open. I'm going to hold this power stretch as I'm stretching my joints open. And then from here, I'm going to keep my joints pulled open and vital breathe. Breathing energy into the pores, condensing it into the joints. and it feels like I'm literally one with my environment right now. Like even now, I'm just tuned into the environment. I have my whole body tuned into the life force here, and I'm moving with the flow of energy. I'm literally meditating right now. I'm not moving my physical body. My entire body is tuned into life force. I can see all the life force and vitality around me, in which I'm literally floating through. When you see people practicing Tai Chi, they're tuned into the astral level. They're moving through the sea of Chi. So, and that's why it's a real watery, slow type of art, because they're literally tuned into the astral. Right now, I'm tuned into the vital. But when you do your power stretches, you can do it forward, right? You do it out, you stretch electric, you pull magnetic, vital breathe, you do it forward, pull, do it up, do it down, and go every single way. And you'll start seeing huge gains in your energy awareness and your ability to condense that energy within your physical form to conduct higher levels of energy. What's very important for everybody that's watching is that you do not leave energy in your body. You're giving this energy a specific intent and a use. So it's really great if you're going to go to the gym and you're going to burn the energy up. You're going to give it a use, especially if you're using it to reprogram your DNA or to build up a certain skill or anything like that. But if you just leave a bunch of energy within your system, it's going to leak through the path of least resistance. So if you're prone to depression or anger, that's where it's going to go. If you're prone to like sexual imbalances, that's where it's going to go. It is very important that you're able to use this energy up and give it a specific intent when you're building energy. And those are just a couple of exercises. It's starting to get dark, so I know you guys won't be able to really see me, but it's a light over here. So it's just like a. um, so how are you guys doing? For some of you guys, was this your first time doing some of those energy exercises? Were you able to feel your energy? That last one felt amazing. Yeah. As I do the energizing before and while swimming, that's cool. Says, can I do these daily? You can. You also want to make sure that you want to make sure that you're allowing your body to rest and to heal, because you don't want to overdo it, because you know working with vital energy is very, very important, but you'll get a sensitivity to how it affects you too. There's also a thing called qigong sickness, and once again, that's if you leave too much energy in your physical body, and it's going to leak through the path of least resistance. So you don't want to do that. A lot of the Dallas systems, when they're working with life force and energy, um, you know those people get kind of crazy because it's all about building power, and they don't have like the precepts and the vows and stuff to go with it. So when they're building energy, there's no like moral compass that's tied to it too. And yeah, it's very interesting. It says literally just got here. Dang, I missed it. Did you record? Yeah, I'll probably post this in my on my YouTube for everybody. Says love your light, RJ. Oh, thank you. Says I've been playing with energy as I started seeing it recently. This makes so much sense. Oh, cool. Forest Fairy Oracle says that yes, saw images of spring water or green meadows for some reason. Yeah, the energy right now, we're it's springtime, going into summer. So it's this real fresh, beginning creative type of energy that's surrounding us all. So working with it, and being able to connect to the environment, you take advantage of it, and you become more in sync and in tune with these universal rhythms. And says, oh, you have a YouTube? I never knew that was your name there. It's the same as this, but I never really use it. I'm going to start posting all of my lives. I'm going to post on there, and I'm going to start posting some clips from the course and stuff too. So for anybody that's interested, I teach a whole course on hermetic alchemy, hermetic magic, self mastery, how to reprogram your DNA, how to train your psychic senses, how to leave your body, how to practice mental transference, and all that good stuff. So if you're interested, check out the link in the bio. Um, I've been trying to give this coupon code away. So if you're interested, the course I teach is year long. Hey, Planet B secret. How you doing? If you're interested in joining the course, it's a year long subscription. Right now, if you use the promo code Evolve, it takes like $111 off of it. But it's life changing. It's beautiful. We're going through developing your intuition. So your subconscious mind is always working for you and never against you. How do you program your subconscious mind? And it's very, very amazing, and it's life changing. It's how do you become your own teacher? It's how do you become an active participant in your own evolution and ascension? And that's what I share, and that's why I teach people. This is my path to service, is to be able to do that, and it's really fun. Your spiritual growth and evolution should be fun. um, you know, we talked about this earlier. Everything in your life is a reflection of you. It's not how life is, it's a reflection of you. You can only experience life to your highest level of awareness. You can only know life to your highest level of awareness. In the same way, you can only know people to your highest level of awareness. So, going through this process, your level of awareness becomes infinite. Literally, you're going up the vibrational scale, and it's very, very beautiful. So I've been extremely intuitive since I was so young, since the trauma when I was 4. So, and this is the thing too. So, a big part of what I teach is a big part of the intellectual understanding of your intuitive senses. Because if you don't have an intellectual understanding of what you're experiencing and a point of reference, so you can build the insight mind, then you won't really be able to understand why you're experiencing what you're experiencing as you begin to ascend and have higher levels of awareness. So that's a really big part of it. I strongly suggest that you develop the intuitive intellect, together. Because if you're completely, intellectual about life and your experiences, you're going to get left behind. If you're completely intuitive about it, you'll have very interesting experiences, but no way to explain it or give it to anybody else. So it's a balance of the intuitive intellect. So very, very high value. But once you get to a certain point, you become your own teacher. Everything I teach is how do you connect to universal consciousness, develop your intuition, so you become the master of your destiny, and you gain a lot more freedom than 99% of the population out there. You become a creator, you know, and it's very, 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 beautiful. It says, I would love that when I'm trying to talk to others. No one. And we have a beautiful community too. That's one of the most beautiful things. Check out the link in the bio, join the Discord. A lot of people that are in the course or have taken the course, they're in here now. They're all on the Discord. If you join the course, we have, group Zoom meetings every week. Saturday and Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific time. We have group Zoom meetings where we're doing tons of different practices for different effects and different understanding. We're coming into resonance with the vibrational scale, vital, astral, mental, akasha, light, how to work with it, how to reprogram your DNA, how to refine and, reprogram your astral body, and how to refine your spirit, and how it affects your whole reality. And then this step by step, this is how you do it. So you get year-long access to the course. There's hundreds of videos. There's multiple video libraries. Right now, we're going through the Master Key series. We're going deeper into the level 1 and level 2 stuff. Level 1 is mastering the elements, understanding your relationship to the elements astrally, so you can bring them into equanimity. And Hermetics, we look at a relationship to the elements in everything that we do, because there's a relationship there. And the more you can equalize with the elements, and you begin to understand the psychology of working with the elements, life becomes easier, and you develop the internal environment in which you can develop very high level psychic awareness, a psychic skill, a very high level of intuition. And then with that high level of intuition, um, you can put your mind anywhere in all of creation, and it becomes very, very beautiful. And you can work with any level of intelligence in all of creation and learn from it. You want to see the part of you that's God, this is how you get there. And it's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. How often do the courses restart? I think I might do a refresher course this week on Sunday. But all the information's there. You know, his whole video library is a video library one, level one for mastering elements. Like the first 10 videos, first 10, 12 videos, they're all like a few minutes long, but it's to set the foundation. You know, how to engage your magical journal, because that becomes your dialogue between you and your subconscious mind. How do you set your vows and your precepts? And, you know, this becomes the baseline of your story, you know, your life. It becomes a literal safety net and the baseline of what your experience is going to be. And it's very, very powerful. And then from there, you know, we're going into the energy exercises, and then, and you know, the all the other training, and it's very, very powerful. So I asked you if you had bad days. You said no because you see them differently, and it changed my life. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. You know, and it's true. I mean, plus, like doing this, you know, doing hermetic training, you're equalizing with the forces of nature, so you understand them, so you gain an immunity to things that most people are not immune to. The literal forces of nature in the universe that have a huge influence on the way you think, the way you act, and the way you feel. You're coming into resonance with them. You're using them, you know, to the highest level of your awareness as a vehicle to, you know, to ascend, and you become sensitive to everything that's below your level of awareness. And you gain an immunity to it. So when I say I don't have bad days, I literally do not, in many different ways. Not just, you know, it's not just, oh, you know, my perception of it too, you know, that too, that's a really big part of it. But you gain a literal immunity to you know, built-in aspects of creation and universal law. And how the elements express yourself, and how other levels of consciousness have an influence on, you know, your mental and astral alignment. So very high value. So if anybody's interested, once again, you can check out the link in the bio. um, you know, you can sign up for the year-long course, and if you use the promo code evolve, EVOLVE, you will get $111 off of the price. You get instant access to all the video libraries and stuff like that. You also get access to the Zoom meeting. So Saturday morning, Sunday morning, you can join and start practicing. And once again, we have a beautiful community of people, so you're not alone. You know, you want to share your intuitive insights and understanding and your development. You have complete connection to really high level practitioners, and we're all working together to lift everybody up. And it's beautiful. You know, I haven't seen a community like this anywhere, not to this level. So this is why I created this space, and it's very, very beautiful. Say says, including the planets. Yes, you gain an immunity to the planetary spheres and their negative influences, and you can use their positive influences to get to where you want to go. So yeah, said I want to take level 2 of the course, but my membership ran out. Shoot me a message, Don. Um, you know, shoot me a message. So yeah, once again, if anybody's interested, check out the link in the bio. That's there. If you are interested in joining, I know some people were having trouble signing up using the regular debit card function. It was like giving errors or something. You can use the PayPal option. There's payment plans and stuff like that. So Afterpay is a thing. In September, I have a workshop. It's an initiation to hermetics workshop. It's a 7-day workshop. In September, it's going to be in Sedona. It's going to be during the full moon. We're going to be doing a lot of special practices. If you've never been to Sedona, it's one of the most magical, powerful places in the U.S. So we'll be with a group of very powerful, magical people doing some powerful, magical things, and you will leave a changed person. And the course is also included in that if you're interested. If anybody has any questions, by all means, you know, you can also hit the link in the bio. You can book a one-on-one. I also do energy clearings if you want to clear out some of your astral stuff, whether it's succubi, incubi, literal demons. I say that jokingly, but I'm 100% serious about it. You know, anything. So how much is the retreat? I believe it's set for like 2,400 or something like that because it's the early bird special. If you use the promo code MAGIC, it might take an additional like 444 off of it. I don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure that's what the coupon code was or whatever. But it's 7 days. You know, your room is included. Some food is included. We're going to have our private chef, Dapper Dave, with us. He cooks really wonderful meals, and it's beautiful. We're going to be doing you know all the foundational work, as well as like some really high level work too. So we're going to progress through our entire session, our entire workshop. So you will leave with a high level of skill and awareness, and life will be different. I promise you that. It says, have you heard of Chris Keller? No. Is that one name? Start at the sea to heal. Is that you? Doing some shameless promotion. I'm doing it too, so that's okay. But yeah, it's getting dark, and I'm going to finish my personal practice here to Chris Keller. I don't think I've ever heard of him whatsoever. Feel free to elaborate on that. One thing I'm going to do before I go is I'm going to give everybody a blessing. Oh, and I rarely do this nowadays. But I'm going to do this. He's a quantum energy healer, healing in Winnipeg. Okay. You know, I teach quantum healing. I teach all types of stuff. How to dissolve stuff into the akasha, how to tune in the light, how to bishika people. Literally the understanding of the qigong practices, and how to even separate somebody's three bodies, and to ground people. If you've ever met somebody who has like ADHD or anything else, and then you can ground their awareness. You can draw their mind back into their body so they're not like super floaty, and it's all types of things you can do. Says he lives in Winnipeg. I'm in Winnipeg. No, I have not. I don't. I've never heard of him. So I'm going to give this blessing to you guys. So if you're open to receiving this, don't worry. You can stop tapping the screen. I appreciate it though. So one way to allow this to be more effective is to think about a time that you were just really, really happy, right? One of the happiest times in your life, the first thing that comes to your mind. And as you do this, just feel how open your heart space becomes, right? And that same level of openness, I want you to be in your state of meditation and stillness, and just stay in that state of openness and connection. As I do this, you may feel certain vibrations and energy moving. Certain things might come up to the surface. Some of you guys might start crying. Lots of interesting things happen when I do these. Whatever happens, just be willing to observe it. Don't try to force anything. Don't try to label anything. Just allow the process to happen. Okay. So if you would like to receive this blessing, just stay in an open state of awareness, and I'm going to start. There you go. How are you guys doing? How many of you guys were able to feel that? It's interesting when I do like my actual quantum healing sessions, and I call them quantum healing because it's just a label, but that's not exactly what it is. The quantum is usually tied to the astral, so you can say that, but it's a vague term. But usually I do sessions, and I've had people who their ancestors will come to them, their spirit animal will talk to them. Some people have left their body. Everybody feels lighter. Everybody um, because we're clearing all the astral stuff that's sticking to you and all the static. And there's very, very powerful things that can happen. A big part of what I do too is like removing traumas, removing, delusions and attachments. And um, it's very, very powerful. Says Akasha came to mind. That's funny. Because working through the Akasha. So that was incredible, very warm, amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Definitely felt my mind and perspective shift very deeply. And that's exactly what it was for. It was for mental, astral, and even physical purification, primarily mental. Um, my brain feels good and body more open. Yes, a lot of bad energy is leaving the planet. Yeah, for sure. I felt the wave of energy come through my head. Yeah. So yeah. So if you're interested in learning any of this and being able to be of service and developing your own path of ascension and developing your intuition to a very, very high degree, check out the link in the bio. Once again, if you use the promo code EVOLVE, EVOLVE, it'll take like an extra $111 off the already discounted price. Use the PayPal option if you can, or there's payment plan options. Once again, if you want to join me in Sedona, the course is included with that. It's in September. All the information is in the link in the bio. If you want to be a part of the community, join the course. You can also join the Discord. You can also join the Discord and check out the information there. It's testimonials, there's all types of different channels and stuff to look at and to receive some of that information. So yeah, so I just want to leave you guys with that. So as always, thank you guys very, very much for joining me. I hope everybody has a very, very blessed and beautiful rest of your evening. And I will see you guys later. This is I would love to learn this. Thank you. Oh, yeah, well, listen. And this is just like a little bit of what you learn. Like the benefits of this is so deeply profound. I don't think it's possible for me to explain all of it in 5 hours, 6 hours of just continuously all the different benefits. Because one of the primary benefits, other than your past life skills and awareness and tendencies coming back up to the surface, you gain so many other things. You're literally changing your relationship with time and space. And then you get to the point where you're operating outside of time and space. So it gets really, really deep. So if you're interested, like I said, check the link in the bio. If you want to pick my brain, you can book a one-on-one. It gets really, really, it gets really deep. So once again, thank you guys for joining me. Everybody have a blessed and beautiful rest of your evening, and I will see you all later. Peace.